Okay, well, I hit up the thrift shop today and I found this computer, 3 pieces, $20. An older slimline unit, as evidenced by a 56K modem and a 10-base Ethernet card, though it also has an integrated one, so we'll see what's up with that. However, here's what caught my attention by this older, I'm guessing some kind of a book PC, is it's got a DVD burner drive in it. Now, I need a DVD burner for a project I'm working on, and I figured, well, that 20 bucks is, for 20 bucks, I get a potentially good DVD drive, and I get an interesting little project. So, let's give it a smoke test. I've got, well, no smoke yet. Let's turn it on. That hard drive made a nasty noise, and it's not counting up the memory. Oh, there we go. Pentium 233. See how much RAM's in it. Now we got past 32, maybe 64, maybe. Oh, more than 64. 96 or 128. Heading towards 128. We passed 128. How much memory is in this thing? Could it really have a full-blown 256 in it? $256 megs of RAM in a Pentium 233. Wow. This will almost run Crysis. Oh. It's used to DVD burner, and it's 4.3 gig Seagate hard drive, though it made kind of a nasty noise when I booted it. Let's see if it's got Windows on it. They're on the same channel. Oh my gosh, is this going to put up what I think it's going to put up? It's running Windows XP! Wow. Awesome. Oh, okay. Alright, we'll be back after it boots. Okay, we're about 2 minutes into the future now after that last clip ended. It's definitely grinding and struggling a little bit. No doubtly due to the old slow hard drive. Oh, there's our system properties. Registered XP user. XP Service Pack 3. Wow. I'm dead curious if it's running a legit copy or not. But it's an Intel 233, 256 meg of RAM. I can't help but to wonder if this is one of those units that's they'll take like a K62 or something like that, because I've got a K62 in the basement, I think. So let's so anyway, weird, it's limited or no connectivity. Well, that's because I don't even have a network cable hooked up. Let's just see what happens with the it's only seeing the 10-base card. It's not seeing anything else. It's saying an ISA PNP, so you're probably not seeing this all that well. So and it should also be noted, while the date is right, it is no, it's not. It's the date is close, but the time's all wrong. So it also has Office on there. Let's do a start and shut down on this sucker, and let's pop the case open so I can raid that DVD burner out of it. See how long it takes to shut down. It's about 4:11 p.m. right now. And it's shut down. Well, what we got? We got 2 sticks of 128 megabytes of memory. One's PC100, the other is 133. We got a PCI modem, an ISA Kingston network card. We've got the processor here with the heatsink and fan. Looks like it's held on with like miniature baling wire or something. So let's just go ahead and pop the front off. As I attempt to do so with one hand. Hopefully I don't screw that up too much. Alright, so let's see here. I'm trying to figure out how the... Certainly this whole thing lifts up somehow. Oh, I see what I gotta do. Okay, be back in a second. Alright, I've removed both the expansion cards. It had the Kingston network card, as I mentioned earlier, and a little surprised when I saw this. It's got a PCI UX Robotics modem. So it's got a SIS chipset. There's the hard drive and the DVD-ROM, which are both running off the same channel, despite the fact that it's got two separate channels. It should also be noted that they wired the hard drive as slave. However, if you notice, the master is in the middle of the cable and the slave is at the end, which is kind of unusual. So there's no reason why it can't, why the master has to be at the end of the cable and the slave in the middle. There's no reason why it has to be done that way. That's just kind of the unofficial standard. So, you know, I mean, it obviously was working. I definitely, if I put this back together, I'll definitely redo it right with the hard drive as master. Though when I put it back together, that drive's going to be missing anyway. Got an ATX power connector here. Right here is the audio connector that, while it's connected to the motherboard, whoever installed that drive didn't bother to hook it to the drive, even though XP routes most of it through digitally. I still feel like if it's there, hook the thing up. And now we get to this little hack job. It's some really thin wire, thin telephone wire, and granted, I guess I can't slam them too much if that's the only materials you got to work with, and that's the difference between the computer working or not working. More power to you, but come on, a heatsink's only $10-15. Socket 7, socket 370. They're easy enough to find. I think a socket, I don't know, a socket A heatsink might even fit on that. I don't know. I might have to try that just to see if it would, just for kicks and grins. Holy excessive, Batman. Well, actually, it might clip on the socket, but by the time you get the floppy drive there, it would definitely be too tall, though. And unfortunately, on looking at the specs on the board, this is only a socket 7. It only, no Super 7, it can't take any of the high-up K62s. So that's kind of a bummer. Unfortunately, I gave my last overdrive chip to UXW Bill. Though I might just rob it out of that I've got one in the Vectra that's down in the basement. I might just put it in here. That would, and just let that Vectra do other things. Because it doesn't need, it's only got 128 meg of RAM in it. It can do other tasks. I can wipe it and use it for other things. I might also... Nah, I'll just leave it. I might put the 6 gig out of Vectra in this, but I think I'll leave it. I'm not going to worry about it till I have a full-blown use for this thing. I was thinking like maybe a smooth wall or something, since it's got the, you know, 2 slots here plus an onboard. I don't know what I'll do with it yet. It's, alright people, chime in. Tell me what I should use this little miniature computer for. But anyway, I'm going to rob that DVD drive out. It was worth 20 bucks for that DVD drive and for the adventure. So, everybody, I hope you didn't mind my rambling here, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Oh, and just real quick, it came with this compact mouse and this, I think that's a Mitsumi keyboard. Yeah, Mitsumi keyboard. One of the decent, Mitsumi has made some really crappy keyboards, but this is one of the decent ones. One of the ones I can somewhat actually use. So anyway, that's the, I believe it's a MicroStar computer and motherboard. It's an MS5150. Gotta go. I've installed that DVD drive out of the slimline unit from the thrift shop into this what used to be an IBM ThinkCenter, though it's gotten all new guts in it now. And you can see it's running just fine for a Windows setup. So that's a good sign. Still gotta try a DVD in it though.